The best 7 revolvers ever made. Revolvers are one of the most recognizable firearms in the industry. They're well known for being dependable and effective in self-defense. Given the abundance of excellent revolvers, selecting the best would be difficult. However, we have compiled a list of the 7 best revolvers ever made in this video. Stay tuned throughout the video so you can be properly informed as to why the number 1 spot holds a special spot in revolver history. Number 7. Magnum Research BFR .4570 Government. The 4570 Government is not the type of cartridge that was designed to be used in revolvers. However, humans are always ready to come up with some solution to get past any restrictions. Various types of cartridges are usable for the Magnum Research Big Frame Revolver BFR 3030 Winchester is also available for this gun along with the usual .4570 Government. And yes, if you want, you can also obtain other types of cartridges. This is not the kind of gun you should buy if you're looking for something compact, and of course, it is not very suitable for conceal and carry purposes. As might be expected given its size, many people assume this gun is of the ultra-powerful variety, but contrary to that assumption, the gun is surprisingly tame for its size. With a pressure of 28,000 psi, it isn't that monstrous or powerful. Nonetheless, this is not something you need to worry about. The revolver still has a rifle cartridge in its cylinder, which makes any of the targets nervous. The gun has the capacity to propel 500 grain bullets at 1,150 psi, creating up to 1,468 foot-pounds of energy at its muzzle. Also, the revolver's durable design enables it to be reliable even after thousands of rounds. Number 6. Ruger LCR. Any list of revolvers would be incomplete without the Ruger LCR. The gun was originally released back in the 2000s and marketed as a light, easily concealable self-defense revolver. These labels are still attached to the gun and demonstrate the quality of the Ruger LCR. Weighing just 13.5 ounces and having a length of 6 inches, it was designed to be an always carry option that you can carry every day for your safety. With the help of a good holster, you can easily slip this small revolver into your pocket or conceal it in your ankles. Akin to many other compact revolvers, the Ruger LCR comes with a cylinder that can house 5 rounds, so the gun cylinder is pretty standard. The Ruger LCR's original configuration is 38 plus P. It is capable of firing both high pressure plus P rounds and .39 specialized ammunition. This small revolver has a 1.87-inch barrel set within a hybrid polymer and aluminum frame. While the weight of the gun is low for the convenience of shooting, however, you must be aware of recoil. The gun's double-action platform allows the manufacturer to avoid installing a hammer, removing any concern about the gun snagging when retrieved from clothing. Number 5. Colt Python. Although it was designed with the wealthy customers who could buy this gun at premium prices in mind, however, they soon realized that the general public would be able to appreciate this masterpiece and all of its firearm beauty. The original Colt Python is easy to hold during firing and drawing, can shoot bullets with great accuracy. Its smooth and tight trigger action makes it a favorite of competitive shooters. During the 20th century, as the production of this great revolver came to a halt, the Colt Python became very hard to find, and this caused people to pay big bucks for putting one of these in their collections. Fortunately, the gun's manufacturer, Colt, decided to reintroduce it into production, albeit with modernized refurbishments. The newer version is constructed out of stainless steel alloy and has a 3-inch barrel with a revamped near-sight design. There was more steel embedded under the rear sights to strengthen the gun and make it sturdy and easy to shoot. It also has the features of a recessed target crown, a walnut grip, and an interchangeable front sight. It is designed for .357 Magnum but can accept other calibers like .38 Special. Number 4. Colt 1873 Single Action Army. Colt's 1873 Single Action Army was one of the first guns that saw success with self-contained metallic cartridges, and still is one of the most sought-after guns. The gun is pretty versatile with its functions, ranging from use in home defense to outdoor applications. But you should keep in mind that the first versions of centerfire cartridges and rimfire calibers lacked the power of the Colt 1860 Army. The Colt 1873 Single Action Army has a cartridge requirement that can drop a horse from a distance of 100 yards, just like the 1860 Army, by making use of a 255 grain bullet being ejected out of a 7.5-inch barrel at 900 FPS. This performance has cemented its reputation as a formidable and impressive handgun. The Colt was still being sold and available until the 1950s. Many notable individuals such as General Patton and General MacArthur had used this gun, which was a darling revolver in their hands. Also, personalities such as Lone Wolf Gonzalez has been known to use this gun. The 1873 SAA is immune to misfires even when it has been in regular use, making it quite reliable. A great balance and stopping power are other good characteristics of the gun which are true even to this day. Number 3. Smith & Wesson 686. The Smith & Wesson 686 is a very popular revolver of the modern age. The revolver has an L-frame construction, and the gun was designed by Smith & Wesson to accommodate the 357 Magnum caliber, making it very powerful and durable. The gun is built to accept heavier Magnum cartridges. The Smith & Wesson 686 features a hefty barrel along with a 6-round cylinder. The 686, like other .357 Magnum revolvers, can fire .38 special ammo. The gun consists of a 4-inch barrel with an overall length of about 10 inches. It weighs 2.5 pounds with its cylinder empty. The double-action feature of the Smith & Wesson 686 is very handy. Although it lacks much compactness, that doesn't stop you from using it as a self-defense weapon. The stainless steel finish gives it a beautiful polished look, whereas the adjustable sights are a nice addition. The deluxe version of its 686 is a variation with a robust and heavily built system for better recoil and holds 7 rounds instead of the usual 6. In general, the Smith & Wesson 686 is an excellent gun and is 100% recommended for purchase if you have the chance. Number 2. Colt 1860 Army. This revolver is regarded as the first practical, properly weighted, and ergonomically designed repeating handgun. With its beautiful visual design, the Colt 1860 Army quickly became a one-of-a-kind specimen in the world's roster of revolvers, beloved and respected by many. True, you could care to point out that there are quite a few similar revolvers that precede the Colt 1860 Army, such as the .44 caliber Walker and the .36 caliber Patterson, but the .44 caliber Walker is over-engineered and heavily built, while the latter is too frail and too slim, making the 1860 Army better suited for use. One cool piece of trivia is that the reason for the 1860 Army's design and production was to correct some of the shortcomings of the Colt Navy, which is one of the great revolvers of history. While the Colt 1860 Army shares similarities with the Navy in its construction, such as the cylinder, it differs with a rebated cylinder, allowing its front to accept .457-inch balls and having more of the open frame design. These design changes allow the gun to be more maneuverable and balanced, making it more effective than the Navy's gun. According to stories from the First World War, the gun was very effective against horses and soldiers. And at number 1, the Colt 1851 Navy. The .36 Colt 1851 Navy, considered one of the best revolvers in terms of handling and balance, was one of the cavalry's most popular sidearms, even among many notable ones. It was also famous among outlaws. This is a signal of its great accuracy and reliability. Colt's most produced percussion revolver was the Model 1851 Navy, which sold nearly 250,000 units. .36 caliber 6-shot model produced between 1850 and 1873. The term Navy refers to the caliber of the revolver. The efficiency of the gun is limited to short range, as proven by the fact that it loses its effectiveness going past 100 yards. Tests have shown that the gun is soft. A 375-inch ball can expand to form a wound, just like in modern medicine. .38 special hollow points, so this gun is great at short range. An interesting aspect of the Colt Navy is the engraved cylinder, which depicts the victory of the 2nd Texas Navy at the Battle of Campeche, which adds a nice touch to owning this gun and has aesthetic value. The Colt Navy is not only considerably more lightweight than its modern-day counterpart, the Colt Dragoon revolver, but also bigger than the Colt Pocket Percussion revolver. The quality of the Navy allowed it to stay relevant for decades. You can still acquire modernized versions of this gun at a lot of gun stores today. And do you know what's missing from this list? It's you clicking a red button. So go ahead and click the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. And if you're thinking about getting a gun but are confused about which gun to buy, then go ahead and watch this video.